Tesla got really popular because Elon Musk was both a media figure and because they were like at the forefront of the electric car industry. And since then, a lot of the other car companies are catching up, and Tesla is trying to find a way to differentiate itself between like it and other car manufacturers who are capable of doing electric cars now. Um, well, the way that Tesla has decided to separate itself from other cars is by being the futuristic car. And not just the futuristic car, but the self driving car. And they advertise their self driving feature, which is just sort of like an intelligent cruise control, as a autopilot feature. And because of this, people have died from assuming that their car is just going to autopilot itself and crashing into trucks, crashing into walls, driving over ramps, crashing into walls, and crashing into people who are parked, and crashing into people who are driving, and just crashing all over the fucking place. Well, Tesla has an interesting defense for this in that autopilot is a marketing term, and it's not actually supposed to mean that the vehicle pilots itself. So there's this story that actually happened where a guy was driving his Tesla, and on the other side of this turning sign was a couple of people, a couple, I think, standing next to a truck. And the person driving the Tesla blows through the sign and hits the truck, kills the guy, leaves his girlfriend injured. And they sued successfully for $243 million. And I have an article right here I can read a little segment from. So the trial focused on an April 2019 crash in Key Largo, Florida that struck the victim's parked Chevrolet Tahoe as they were standing beside it. One person was killed and another was seriously injured. The lawsuit accused Tesla of defective design and alleged the company misled customers about Autopilot's capabilities. Tesla said the Model S driver was to blame. Tesla told U.S. Judge Beth Bloom that the verdict would invite future juries to punish manufacturers who bring new safety features to market with sweeping and unpredictable tort liability. So basically their argument is that them adding this autopilot feature is actually a safety feature, sort of like seatbelts. And we can't have people suing us because we put a seatbelt in a car. That doesn't make any sense. That means any safety feature we put in that can save lives can get us sued. But that isn't what the autopilot is. The autopilot is a marketing term for sophisticated cruise control. And the reason why they're using that marketing term is because they want people to think that their Teslas are smarter than other cars with sophisticated cruise control. That's the reason why it's called that. So, Tesla, after losing this case, is fighting to claw the money back from the family that they killed, from the man that they killed, and they're going to an appellate court in Florida, and they're hiring like some of these really big attorneys. One of these guys is a leading advocate at the U.S. Supreme Court who has argued more than 100 cases. And, Tesla even rejected a $6 million settlement of the case where they would probably most likely have to accept no wrongdoing because they're so fucking cheap that they won't pay the people that they fucking killed with their car in order to avoid this type of publicity liability thing. They're just like absolutely the most evil fucking company in America. They're putting cars on our streets that are not safe for our streets. The Cybertruck has pieces that are made out of pure steel that fly off. There's a reason why we don't make cars out of steel anymore. And it's not to make them less safe, it's to make them more safe. And having these just huge fucking monstrosities on the road made of stainless steel is ridiculous. And that's not even thinking about the autopilot feature, which, you know, if it's in the Tesla, it's probably in the fucking Cybertruck.